grade rugby league competition for New South Wales, now known as the NRL. The referees were sponsored by logistics company TNT, and the jerseys look like that. So we're underway here. The Mid-North Coast Mariners are kicked off, and the ball sent down into Northern Rangers territory. They'll have first use of the football, and a very incisive first use of the football as well. Going for a surging run there was Lisa Jenner, and she brings it up towards 15 metres of the halfway line. So now they pepper down the right-hand side, and a very strong start here as Sullivan brings it up towards the halfway. This time they center it and bring it back through the middle, and Joey Sullivan there will take the tag. So some good early meters made here by the Rangers as they bring it up towards halfway. A little bit of indecisiveness there. That kick there floated a little high, but referee seems to be okay with it, and it sends it down into the Mariners territory, and they'll be trapped right on their own try line. So, Jeff, that's a very strong start.
Great way to complete at the end of this set of 6 there, and they've certainly put the Mariners under a little bit of pressure early, and I think Tamworth, well, they've brought it here this morning.
So this is the women's 37s age group quarter-final. The Mid-North Coast Mariners now with use of the football, trying to clear it out of the red zone. We've had 2 minutes of play, or just under that, and now Scott brings it up towards the halfway. So the Mariners now go for their kick downfield. It's one that finds a bit of open pasture, and it's going to go towards the sideline. Didn't quite make the sideline though, and traps the Rangers there about 15 metres out from their own line. So an equally good response there by the Mariners, and a little indiscretion in the play. The ball referee says go back to the mark and plate. I thought there might have been a bobble there at dummy half, and the referee saw it as well, Jeff.
Yeah, well, referee Richard Fleming, he's all over it early, and I expect there'll be a little bit of drop ball here today, and that could be the key in some tight games of winning or losing, you know. Yeah, just got to hold on to that ball and keep it simple in this wet conditions.
So the first real pressure test here for the Rangers defensive line, camped on their own try line, as the Mariners now look to go through. Bit of a bump and a grind there as Ackroyd sent a player flying. A little bobble there. Did well to hold on to the ball there. Matthews thought she could snip a try out, but the defence shut it down. And just in time as now the Mariners sweep it across to the left-hand side. Had a player unmarked out to the wing. They just couldn't get it out there fast enough. Good sliding defence there by the Rangers as now they come back across to the right-hand side. Only about 5 minutes out from that Rangers line here. The Mariners now looking to go back down the short side. They're running out of tags on this set. Getting deep inside the count now. Might have another 1 or 2 on the back of this one. So they're about 5 minutes out from the Rangers line. Away to the left they go. Again, that deep back line if they can use it. And then the ball just slipped out. It's going to be a test today, that ball control in these rainy conditions.
It's not the first, and it certainly won't be the last I think we see today, Michael.
So now we see the Rangers having repelled their opposition, and looks like the Rangers have it about 15 metres out from their own line centre field. They come across to the left-hand side, bringing it back through the centre. Sullivan will play it. Now away it goes to Baker. Got a short pass away to McKilvey, and she'll be tagged about 10 metres short of the halfway line. 5 in from the western touchline. A little grubber kick there through, and the Mariners had someone there back to clean it all up there, and Kypriotis there was the player who anticipated that kick and diffused the situation quite nicely. So now the Mariners just short of the halfway line. Relatively good field position as they now cross the centre stripe. 10 in from the western touchline. Going for a quick scoot there and finding the Rangers on the back pedal. Now across the left-hand side they go. That pass just floated a little forward and then hit the deck, and it'll be changed over. So some good intent there by the Mariners, Jeff, but they just couldn't ice it in the end.
No, if that hits target, it's a different outcome. But look, the Mariners are having a crack. Their running attack is good, and in saying that, also the Northern Rangers, their defence has been really good thus far. But definitely the best set so far for the Mariners.
So the Rangers haven't been within striking distance yet. They've got a bit of ground to cover. Can they make a break or a nice kick downfield as they threaten to slice through there? And in the end, it was Jenner who was tagged about 15 short of the halfway line, 9 in from the western touch. Centre field they go, a little show and go at the line. Couldn't quite find a way through heavy traffic, so the tag made about 10 short of the halfway line. To the right-hand side they go, change of direction. Then that ball just wasn't ideal and dribbled forward. So In fact, they'll get a penalty here. That's a lucky relief there for the Rangers.
Yeah, that's a get out of jail right there. Yeah, because it's certainly got baubled there by Jenner because of the low pass. But I think, that'll be the key here today. The less mistakes will probably win these tight games.
So just short of the halfway line, the Rangers now. They just go inside of Mariners territory on that play. Options left and right, but they go to the western side, the main grandstand side of here of CX Stadium. A little collision at the line. The referee was okay with it. Now McElveen goes down the short side. Beat one. Thought she had an offload in it, but it goes safety first and plays it back to Moore. So they come across to the right-hand side. Centre field, Jenner there. Change of direction. And running at speed was Thomas, but she had nowhere to go. So this is the last now for the Rangers as they come across the right. Little grabber kick through. It's a nicely weighted one. A bit of work to do for the back there at the Mariners. And they've managed to clean up the scraps there, but they'll find themselves right camped on their own try line with a bit of work to do here to come out of their red zone, Jeff.
Yeah, but another good completion. Look at the field position. I mean, it's hard to score tries from that end of the field. So Mariners, they're going to have to work hard and probably get a good kick away at the end of this set.
So low scoring affair. The scoreboard attendant yet to clock on. We've had about 6 minutes of play here in CX Stadium. 2023 Australian Senior Oztag Championships. It's the Women's 37s quarterfinal. Mid-North Coast Mariners now chipping ahead, and the Rangers playing getting back there, but picked up there by the Mariners, and then a bit of collision. I thought it might go against the attacking player.
End of the set, but if she offloads there, she had support players here on the right edge, but I think she was surprised that she regathered it, that girl from the Mariners, Matthews.
So now the Rangers find themselves shy of halfway. This match is essentially been played in the middle third. Hasn't been a lot of attacking football on the respective try lines. It's a real arm wrestle in this opening exchanges here as the Rangers now have it about 5 metres short of halfway centre field. To the right side they go. Grab a kick there through. It's deflected and some collision in the process as well. So the referee here will need to adjudicate whether there was heavy contact warranting a penalty. And looks like he's going to give the ball back to the Rangers here. So that's a welcome relief from the Tamworth base side. They have it inside of Mariners territory and they go down the right side. Now Jenner takes the tag. They've got the attacking line set out to the left at the moment, and that's the way they go. Sullivan now. No, went without it. Going back to the mark to play it there was Panton. So Sullivan acting half. Little wraparound set up there and eventually out to Costello. As we now move towards the end of the tag count. Still a couple up their sleeve here, the Rangers. And some heavy traffic through the middle there. No room through. So this will be the last. Playing it back to Jenner.
Dominating the field position, aren't they?
Now a little grubber kick through. This is a nice one and did well to clean it up there at the back there. Were the Mariners. Again, this real arm wrestle of a contest in this women's 37 clash sees no score on the board, and we've had just over 8 minutes of play, Jeff.
Yeah, we're all locked up, and it's a good game. They're just starting to get in a little bit of rhythm now, the ladies. The 37s, I'm guessing there was a change of age division there, because normally, as you know, they have the 35s, and then they have the 40s. So for whatever reason, they've gone to the 37s.
It's not the most common age group bracket you'll come across.
We'll ask Bill next game.
Yes. So the Mariners now come across to the right-hand side. They sensed something there, but the Rangers defence slided well. And then a grubber kick there. Not sure if that was the best thought-out process, because eagerly waiting at the back there was the number 77 for the Rangers, who I don't have on my sheet. So we'll keep the commentators guessing on that one. But the Rangers now have the ball just 10 metres short of the halfway line and have got a penalty as well for some raised elbows by the defender. So 10 metres inside of that eastern touchline. Rain still continues here at CX Stadium. It's coming down solidly, but not significantly enough to cause a disruption to play. This ball is lost backwards there, and they'll play on. No, the referee didn't like that one. So the ball seemed to travel backwards, but I think he's ruled that it was lost forward in the process, Jeff.
Yeah, well, that's what the referee's job is, to make that decision. But here you go, Mariners with a little bit of an opportunity down the left flank.
Yeah, something opened up down that eastern touchline, but Good defence by the Rangers to slide and shut it down just in the nick of time as Ackroyd now runs at the line, and she'll be tagged about 8 metres out from that Rangers try line. To the right-hand side they go now, a little show and go. They keep it alive, but again, just not really asking enough decisive questions. The Rangers defence has been up to the task at the moment. 8 metres short of that line now is the Mid-North Coast Mariners now. Nearly call them the Central Coast Mariners there, a bit of an A-League throw. And this is the last that's for the Mariners side as they come through. Put the little grabber kick there through. Trapped nicely there by the Rangers. Then lost by the Mariners. And that all turns out to be favour for the Rangers, who will play on here. So the Rangers now, again, find themselves deep down inside their own territory. But they've got a lot of ground to cover here, and they find themselves just inside of that eastern touchline. So deep backline set here for the Rangers. They put the kick through there. Now they need a good chase on it, and they're coming through in numbers. Looks like it might just find the sideline though, and it does. But I like that little idea for the Rangers there. The kick was well weighted. They had plenty of numbers coming through, asking questions of the Mariners defence, but in the end, it was the ball that beat them all to the sideline.
Yeah, the kicking game's been a good one at the tail end of their sets, and what it's doing is it just keeps putting Mariners down deep in their half, and like I said, it's hard to score tries from there. They've got to work their way out.
So just under 8 3/4 minutes to go to the halftime siren, and at the moment, it's anybody's guess who will get the first try. No team has really stamped their authority. It's a fairly even contest at the moment. McKinnon there goes for a nice run. Got a ball away to Matthews to improve the position, but this is the last now for the Mariners. So kick at the line, heavy traffic, picked up there by the Rangers, lost forward though, and that's the result you can produce there. If you put a nice little grubber kick there, plenty of pressure, wet slippery ball, it makes it very difficult for the defending team, and they've earned themselves a repeat set by putting on that pressure. So here go the Mariners down the short side. They had the overlap, they just couldn't get the ball out quick enough. And going back to play it there is Walton. So plenty of tags up their sleeve now. Camp right down there. Gibson will play the ball, just takes the settler. Wrapping around there is Walton to take it up on the first hit, and then she'll be tagged about 6 out from that try line. Little sharp pass at the line. They're over and they've scored a try here. No, the tag might have been made just short of it. So a try saver literally there by the Rangers defence, who have been rock solid so far. Away to the left they go. Not a lot of opportunity out there. Plenty of players forming that wall of defence. So they come out to the right-hand side, but they just couldn't execute quick enough. Just needed to be a little bit more crisp in the way they delivered that pass. And, of course, it's a balance. You need to get it right. You don't want to knock on in the wet conditions, but if you take too long, you're there easy pickings for the defence.
Oh, the Mariners could see there was an opportunity if they could get it to that edge. But, the defence from the Northern Rangers, you can't take it away. Their try-line defence has kept them in this game every time Mariners have had a raid.
This time, though, they're about 3 tags out and only 15 away from their try line. So it is going to be a difficult exercise for them to get down to the end of the park on this set. They'd love a penalty. Can they set something up with a kick? This one's hit the ground, then gone up, so it should be okay. Plenty of chase coming through for it as well. Contest for the ball and then picked up by the Mariners. So this will be ball back to Mid-North Coast, who will start their set in relatively good position. That said, the way Northern Rangers work down on their own trial, and if they can aim up in defence here, they might be able to swing it back in their favour.
If they can force an error, yeah. Well, I think that's part of the tactic. Get it down there, force the error, and hope they get an opportunity attacking the line. But right now, it's the Mariners moving forward. And
they're inside opposition territory now, going back to play it there on the markers west. To the left they go. Just a nice little run straight down the middle corridor that time. Heaney at dummy half. Sends it away to Ackroyd. Then she finds a pass back on the inside to Scott. So they're just trundling forward here, but it is the last, about 20 metres out from the Rangers try line. And that pass there went through their hands, but play on, and they've got an opportunity out of the corner. This could be the first try, but a tag's been made, and we've seen some brilliant try-saving defence by the Rangers, and they've stopped them again.
Yeah, well, looked like Mandy Sullivan come running across there from the Rangers. And just, what a try-saving tag that was. Good footy.
So it's starting to be the Mariners who are winning the battle of field position at the moment. Can they convert that into points? Look where the Rangers are. They're literally standing back behind their try line to run it up onto the ball here. Walsh got a few valuable metres for the Rangers, and now they wrap around and try and just inch forward. More metres sideways, but just a little bit of forward progression as Jenna takes the ball. Show it, dummy half. Costello went the other way and nearly found a way through the middle, but she was picked off there, and they have got away from that danger zone at the moment here. So they go for an early clearing kick. Takes a deflection off the Mariners, who then regather. And if we talk about a game of field position, it is a real chess battle at the moment, but the Mariners are starting to take the ascendancy.
Well, you can see that's probably been, and I mean this with all disrespect, the worst set that the Rangers have finished their completion. Their kick was on the 10-metre line in their own half.
So Matthews now, they can sense something here for the Mariners. A few more tags up their sleeve. They just need to get a bit closer. An individual play here. The tag might have been late and then cleaned up in the in-goal area by the Rangers defence, and they'll get a line drop out here. So that pressure valve is starting to get to the explosion point here. Can the Mariners withstand?
Well, the Mariners have got all the momentum. There's been a shift, and they frustrated the Rangers in that last set of 6, and now they're in a commanding attacking position. Let's see if they can get some points.
So Heaney just takes the first settler for the Mariners. Little short side play they go. It's a nice little run. McKinnon there improves the position for the Mariners. And that's a good pass into Matthews, running on solidly, but the defence there was ready to stop her in her tracks. So they just keep coming across to the right-hand side. Again, stealing more metres on every play, getting within the try-scoring range. A missed tag would be welcome for the Mariners, but full credit to the Rangers. Their try-saving ability has been first class. But this is the last now. The ball hits the deck, went through the legs, tunnel ball style. A little grubber kick there through, but it'll be easily picked off by the Rangers defence, who have again withstood a mountain of defensive pressure.
Yeah, well, I think that's been part of the best part of the Rangers game is their try-line defence. They seem to withstand the raids coming from the Mariners, but they just really need to get downtown with a short side dash here and finish a completion and get their kick away down deep.
Well, McKilveen thought she might have beat the tag and was off over the halfway line. She had to go back to the mark and play it. Oh, some heavy contest there. And closing the gap, you see the referee there just indicating with his hand signals, closing the gap. And that is a penalty now to the Rangers, who will welcome that very warmly as they now take it up towards the halfway line. So Jenner plays it back. They go to the short side where there wasn't a lot of attacking options. So this time they have an expansive back line set across to the western side of the grandstand, which is where all the spectators are congregated at the back of the grandstand under the dry comfort here at CX Stadium, and it is a very comfortable place to watch sport, having gone through a multi-million-dollar upgrade only a couple of years ago. But they've turned it over quite cheaply there, which is unfortunate for the Rangers.
Yeah, well, they certainly didn't capitalise on or complete that set. So now Mariners have got another opportunity with some good field position to start off, and they're taking advantage of that.
McKinnon now, 10 metres inside of Rangers territory. We're inside the last 2 minutes. So can the scoreboard attendant be clocked on for the day? Because at the moment, he is watching Netflix, I think. Oh, no, he's watching the Australian Oztag Facebook page, because that's where all the action is at the moment on the live stream, and we welcome you to the coverage wherever you may be watching. It's great to have you on board for the Premier Australian Tournament for the senior competition, and this ball has gone over the dead ball line, and will be a 20-metre restart for the Rangers and a 7-tag set on the back of that, with just over a minute of play to go in the first half.
Yeah, well, if the Mariners can force an error here, they'll get another attacking opportunity, but the Rangers certainly I can't see them scoring from down this end in these conditions.
No, and that's really, I think it's going to be the order of the day, isn't it? You'd expect low-scoring affairs in these type of conditions, as the Rangers now work it up towards the halfway line. They sense the urgency with under a minute to go. If they can go to the break with a 1-0 lead, having withstood a barrage of pressure on their own try line, it will be a very big relief for them. But just under 30 seconds left to go. I'm not sure if that's going to be the outcome. We'll see. Away to Smith now. They go down the short side. Got a pass away. No, Smith then takes the tag. This is the last. There's still some distance away from the Mariners try line. Grab a kick there. Takes a deflection back to the Rangers. Play on to the call. The siren sounding in the background. The kick for the corner. Chasers coming through.
Oh.
They haven't cleaned it up yet, but then they lose the ball and a tag was made and it's a knock on. And that's about the way it all has gone. It's exciting, it's thrilling, but it just isn't on point. And the weather conditions having a fair say about that.
Yeah, I think that'll be right throughout the day. We'll see that amongst a lot of the games, Michael. But in all fairness, both teams defending really well. When Mariners nearly scored in that corner and that try was saved by the Rangers lady, Mandy Sullivan, that was from broken play. The pass went to ground and they still managed to pick that up and shoot for that corner, and it was only a tag off that saved that try. So, yeah, it's been tit for tat. And a great way to start our first game here at Coffs Harbour as the rain's pouring down.
It's really pouring down. We've got the Rangers who are there receiving coaches' instructions. And you can see the fans have congregated at the back of the grandstand. That's the best place to be because the rain, as you can see, is quite heavy at the moment. Just hopeful enough that these field conditions can withstand the raining pressure because it will be disappointing if we had to abandon play. So we're keeping our fingers and toes crossed that the weather doesn't get any worse. So it's half time, 0-0. We'll take a break and back with second half action very soon.
It's going to be the staff. So the staff that we have on board here at Hoy's Fit are all university qualified exercise physiologists, and they've all been exercise physiologists for more than 2 years. So we've got that knowledge behind us of how we can help the individual achieve their goals with what they're trying to get out of their exercise. If it's going to be an injury where they're trying to come back from, maybe that lower back pain, or if it's pre or post surgery, maybe they've had a knee replacement, or something along the lines of chronic disease management like diabetes or cardiovascular disease. We have the knowledge and expertise to be able to help the community with that. The good thing about Hoy's is everyone knows what we're about. We're trying to help the community be fitter, stronger and healthier, and that's our aim with our Hoy's Fit location.
And we're back with live action. The second half just kicked off only seconds ago. And Central Coast, the Mid-North Coast Mariners, I'll get my bearings, the compass back out, who have the football now, bringing it up towards the halfway line, and they've lost possession. So this will be a nice little gift for the Rangers to get the early handover and about 40 metres out from their opponent's try line. So it's been 0-0 throughout the match, as you can see on the score, and it has been raining from the start. So the Bureau tell us they've got rainy conditions and a top of 21 degrees, as you can see on your screen right now on our live stream graphics.
24 millimetres expected throughout the day, and on average 2 to 3 millimetres per hour. I did a little bit of research earlier. I love the weather, Michael, and yeah, we had a massive thundery last night, absolutely unloaded, and this field has taken all the water out of there. So that upgrade you're talking about, certainly paying its toll.
And here's the Rangers there, threatening very early, just couldn't get the ball down cleanly, and the tag was made as well. And yes, you talk about the way this field can withstand the weather. It is a real testament to the Coffs Coast Council. They had the rollers, those steamroller machines out before the action kicked off this morning here on the main arena, so it's got great drainage. They've rolled out the water, and we just need to make sure that the skies don't get too carried away with the amount of rain that's coming down here at the moment. But back to the action, and now of course the Mariners are trundling close to the halfway line. This is the last, a nice grubber kick, but then they had a full back there eagerly waiting, and Thomas was there to welcome that with open arms for the Rangers, who now have the ball about 15 short of halfway.
And a good completion there for the Mariners this time. They've managed to put the Rangers deep into their half, and here they are. Oh, a bit of contact there, and they managed to get themselves a handover here, Michael.
Yeah, that'll go against Lisa Jenner there, who just ran straight into an opponent and bowled Nova in the process. So that's a disappointing conclusion to that set, because the Rangers were looking to try and go on with things the way they started fairly solidly in this second half. And a drop ball has gone backwards, so referee allows play to continue. They come across to the right-hand side now. So I know it's a bit early to start talking about a nil or scoreline at the full-time zone, but you'd have to go into overtime, I would expect. Sometimes we see the highest team advancing, so we'll wait and see how that all unfolds. But we might not even need to enter that question if we can see a try, and certainly the Mariners looking to
ball
make that
diffused by the Rangers.
The Mariners thought they might have been there opening up their account. So away goes to Gibson. Now to Jones. And Kypriotis about 10 short of the halfway line. Around to the right-hand side they go. Kypriotis there, a ball back. Picks up Walton now, about 10 metres out from the Rangers line. And this is the last, so they elect to go through the hands and couldn't find a way through. I thought the referee had his hand up for the last, so maybe it was a 6 more, in fact, that the referee was ruling. So Jones with it now for the Mariners. Ball back on the inside. Nowhere to go there, then they keep it alive through Gibson. They're aiming for the corner here, looking for a missed tag, but again, that Rangers defensive line just answers every question that's been thrown at them so far. O'Brien plays it back, and then the ball pops out again, and we're going to see that a fair bit today, as you've mentioned, Jeff.
Yeah, well, I think the winner of these games will be the one that has the less mistakes. So, look, it's just one of those days. It's slippery out there, but, geez, the defence from both teams has been outstanding with these ladies.
So, nice little run out of her own end there for the Rangers. Number 1 in Joey Sullivan. We tagged about 15 out from her own line. Ooh, nice little regather there by Costello. Got the one-arm carry and dragged it back in there. Was fraught with danger, but she did well to take it in. So the Rangers now working it out from around red zone. And a nice little set out of trouble here too, as Costello brings it to within 10 of the halfway line, 2 in from the eastern touch. Change of direction, and running back into the defensive line there was Hatch. This is the last. So they've come from their try line to be within 10 of halfway. That ball's taken a deflection there and picked up by the Mariners on their halfway line. So a nice place to start their new set here, the Mid-North Coast side.
They've got great field position there.
Jones there takes the hit up for the Mariners. Now a little opening for Kypriotis there, who ran into it and then gets a 6 more. Indication from the referee on the back of that as well for O'Brien now. 5 metres in from that western touch line. Jones there takes a little hit up, centres the attack. Kypriotis now full of running, and she thought she was through, but a little step off the right there. The tag was made just to stop her in her tracks, so she went back to the mark and plays it. McKinnon now goes for a scoot. They're getting within try-scoring range. Can they sniff out their first try here? Kypriotis there. The ball went back and then picked up by the Rangers. Well, it's a real gamble, isn't it, Jeff? Because you know you need to come up with something a little bit more to find a try, but then if you're not 100% accurate, that's what happens.
Yeah, and the Rangers fend off another raid from the Mariners.
So the Rangers now with plenty of territory to make up.
You hear that water coming down a bit now.
It is very heavy. You can see it on the screen as well. They're doing a good job there. I mean, the ball handling has been very good under the circumstances. Yes, we've seen some knock-ons. Yes, it's expected. That kick is too high. It's gone over the shoulder height of the referee, which in the game of Oztag is an infringement. A penalty now to the Northern Rangers, against the Northern Rangers, I beg your pardon, with the Mariners about to get the football back inside of opposition territory. But look, all that said and done, the ball handling here has been excellent. There has been some knock-ons, as we know, but unfortunately, it's a very difficult tightrope to walk. You've got to find something a little bit more special and still hold on to the football in the process, Jeff.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, I think all coaches will be sending the message out to play it simple. But again, you've got to come up with that play if you want to break the defence here and come up with some points. And someone needs to come up with it soon with 12 minutes remaining.
So, okay, the right side hand and go. The ball hits the deck and eventually picked up there by Monday. And just on the bottom of the screen now, you'll see the weather forecast and a detailed rain prediction. And
yeah, nearly 5 millimetres there already this morning in the last hour. Wind's about 10 kilometres. I would dare say that's probably out of the southeast off the coast.
And there we go. The kind of result here, the Mariners, they kicked ahead and it was trapped there by the Rangers, who then kicked it over the sideline in the process. This should come back to the Mariners. No, maybe he's ruled that the Rangers player didn't play at it. That's not the way I saw it, but again, that's the job of the referee to make those tough calls in tough conditions, it's got to be said. As McIlveen takes the settler for the Rangers side. So starting to see a little bit of build-up of rain on the field, mainly on some of the outskirts of the main field, which is better than in the middle. And that ball hit the deck, picked up there by the Mariners, who now will go on the attack here in heavy rain, heavy traffic, heavy conditions. And they've got a heavy burden on their shoulders if they are to get the first try here. Away to the right-hand side they go. McKinnon got a pass free. Over the line goes Scott, but the tags were made yet again by this rock-solid Rangers defence.
Yeah, and she actually was missing a tag too as she took that ball off the hip there. So the Mariners, they're having a bit of a crack here, but yeah, they've just got to pull a rabbit out of their hat. I think whoever scores the point here might go home with the biscuits.
Okay, so just trapped there at dummy half, and that'll be a turnover. So the Rangers once more have withstood that defensive pressure that they've had to endure many times so far in this opening exchange. The Women's 37s quarter-final for the Australian 2023 Senior OzTag Championships from CX Stadium. And it is the Northern Rangers from Tamworth with ball, that blue and orange stripe, against the Middle Coast Mariners in the blue and white stripe. Michael Golikov in commentary with Jeff Killick. And we're bringing you this action from CX Stadium on the Australian OzTag Facebook page. Great to have you clicked on to the coverage. This kick is a good one downfield, and it's angling towards the sideline. Chase coming through, and you can see the skid there and the splash, and it's been lost over the sideline. So excellent kick there for the Rangers. Can this set up a match-winning result for them?
This is the first time they've been in the second half down this part of the field, Michael. And here's a quick tap and go.
So no way there through for McKinnon. She'll be tagged, and in fact gets a penalty too for closing the gap infringement against the Mariners side. So just one out stuff there for McGilveen. She plays it back to Moore, who beat the marker the first time but not the second. So she plays the ball back. Just one out stuff at the moment. Pass at the line there, but tag was made. Stopped in her tracks there by Ackroyd. So Jenna will play it. No, in fact, Smith is being told to play it to Jenna acting half. Just looking a little one out at the moment. They need to come up with a bit more than that for their best opportunities thus far in the second half. And already they've burned through the tag count. This is the last. So they've got them stacked across to the right-hand side. Grab a kick there, hoping for another error. But Rogerson got down low, and she saved the day for the Mariners.
Yeah, she just played it really safe, didn't she? Got down there, opened up the basket and said, "Come to me, football." And she manages to defuse that raid from the Rangers.
So this time, a lost
There's
ball.
a mistake.
It's a double knock-on. Should still go to the way there of the Rangers, who will get more pressure against that Mariners defensive line. But they've got to come up with just a little bit more than they offered on that last attack, because it was all one out and didn't really ask too many questions. So some fresh legs coming on for the Rangers. They were short in numbers for that attacking play on that occasion, but now they've got the full complement back on the field, and charging up the line there was Sullivan. She was looking to be the X factor, but the tag was made. Walsh now, a run at the line, and she'll be tagged about 3 metres out from that Mariners try line, 5 in from the Eastern touch. Now Thomas, got a pass away, finds Jenner. This is already the last though. Again, this rain very heavy and very trying conditions for the attacking side who can't find a way through, but in fact they get a 6 more, just what they needed. So Costello will take the tap here for the Rangers. And she looks like she might be hobbling there, so she moves into the... There's a bit of confusion about how this play will resume. So they get it right eventually. And Thomas takes the tap for the Rangers. Costello at dummy half. Distributes the pass out to Sullivan. And she's looking likely at the moment. Put her down as a possible try scorer. The Rangers now wrap across to the left-hand side. Still plenty of tags left on this new set for them. And threatening to go out wide for a try, but the tag was made, so they go back to the mark about 10 metres out from the Mariners line. Set it right across to the right-hand western side. A little wrap around Craig's the extra number. They've got an overlap here if they can use it. They get the ball out to Patterson, and she can't beat that last line of defence. Great work there by both sides. And losing the tag at dummy half there was Costello, so that set came to an abrupt end.
Yeah, and you know, the Mariners' defence has been solid.
So you can see that rain is very heavy on screen, and you can see now bottom right screen the radar image of all the rain. So Coffs Harbour is in that bottom right hand corner in that very thick blue and aqua rain imagery coming across. So that is the reason why we are being saturated at the moment here at CX Stadium.
3 to 4 millimetres there as they forecast, and if that big red or yellow one comes over, then you know she's going to unload.
And no unload there for the Mariners. Matthews playing it back there. They got now a quick play away for West, but then they lost the ball, picked up there by Jenner. So Rogerson will take the tag, and now the Rangers will get a penalty here. So the tag count reset. So we've got just under 5.5 minutes to go. It is a real arm wrestle, 0-0. The weather is trying. It's making it extremely difficult for either attacking team to post a try. And there's another knock on. And again, we're not going to be critical because it is very difficult out there.
Yeah, we're going to see plenty of that. But it's an opportunity gone begging right there for the Rangers because they've finally got a little bit of momentum because it was all Mariners early in the second half. But an opportunity now with the handover just before the halfway.
So Matthews, tag short of the centre stripe. They go across to the right-hand side through McKinnon. And the ball's rolled forward, but I thought the tags might have already been made, and referee appears to be ruling a changeover though, so the Rangers will get this ball back about 5 short of the halfway line. So if you're clicked on from the Northern Rangers out Tamworth way, I know you're cheering on your girls. I'm not sure if it's raining out your way yet, but certainly on the east coast, on the beach here at Coffs Harbour, it is bucketing down at the moment on the mid-north coast, which is where the Mariners hail from, and the Mariners are in that blue and white strip, and with the ball in hand now, the Rangers looking to go through there was Jenner. She'll be tagged on the halfway line, 10 in from the western touch. So they've got numbers across the left side. If they can hold on to the ball here, something opening up for them. No room there, so they will take the tag just inside of the Mariners side of halfway. There's some good passing here in heavy, wet and treacherous conditions. This is the last. Got to get a nice kick away here. Try and force an error. Wrap around here. They've got an overlap here for the Rangers. Oh, the show and go at the line. And here comes the first try. Well, they created the opportunity by the wraparound. And it looks like it was Walsh who gets over to score the first and possibly only try of this match. We've got 3.5 minutes to see how it will unfold. But they've been very hard to come by, and that wraparound created a 3-on-1. And let's watch the replay unfold here, Jeff.
Yeah, well, you can see this is the error first by Mariners, and then the Rangers end up getting a handover. So that's not the replay of the try.
but we'll should pick up that try and replay shortly. But a very important try for the Rangers, who have withstood a mountain of defensive pressure, and they've managed to come up with the first try of the match. So back to live pitches now, and the kickoff has gone dead. So a line dropout here for the Mariners, and this kick will be trapped there by the Rangers. And they will try and ice this match with just over 2 minutes to go in this second half.
Yeah, well, they've scored at a critical time, and the Mariners either need to answer this, or the Rangers here in possession. They got that kick away, which went dead, so they've got another opportunity here, like you said, to ice it out.
So Sullivan plays it back. Now away it goes to Nicole Sullivan. So a couple of Sullivans in that Rangers lineup. They'd be happy just to play as much football down the centre of the park at the moment, with Henderson tagged on the last here for the Rangers. So the short side they go, and maybe just looking to turn it over. A try would have been better, but I was about to say turn it over right on the opponent's try line and just make them work the hard way.
Yeah, like we've said before, but there's an error right there. They've passed it and thrown it over the dead ball, Michael.
So pressure starting to really weigh up on the Mariners at the moment. They needed something, and they chanced their arm, and they have lost the roll of the dice on that occasion. So the Rangers now just need to really play mistake-free football, and they can almost take the victory here. As Henderson threatened to go through, just short of the line, she'll be tagged. Deep back line here, don't need to be too fancy here with a try in their bag at the moment. We know how hard they've been to come by. If you can just defend out this lead, it'll be enough here, you would expect, with more taking the tag. Out to Baker they go. Still asking questions though. Playing on with plenty of intent, McIlveen. Threatened to go down the short side. Baker turns the ball back on the inside, has a player running through there, and more goes over, but the try tag was made to stop the try, and this will be the last here for the Rangers. So they again just keep running at them, and there's the siren sounding in the background. It's going to be a win, a hard-fought one to the Rangers in this women's 37s quarter-final clash. The Mariners will bow out. It's been a real struggle, a real arm wrestle, and the weather conditions have really made this assignment very difficult for both sides, and the Rangers were able to get that one try, the most important one, and we'll get a chance to just see exactly how that try unfolded, Jeff.
Well, it took, a good 30-plus minutes, and you'll see here the number 11 there, Tiffany Walsh, wraps around, makes the extra, creates an overlap, and then a little dummy and just shoots, and it all opens up. Look at this. Yeah, and manages to beat that last defender and hold on to the ball, and of course that's become the winning try of the game, and it was actually well played there by Tiffany Walsh. Well done from the Rangers.
Yeah, she